I teach artists how to gain collectors online. I'm Amy from Amy Parker Art, and today we are going to be doing and talking about vision boards, creative vision boards. All right, so by the end of this video, you're going to discover how to paint some elements onto your vision board. I'll show you what I did and give you my tips on that. Supplies that you need to make a vision board, and number 3, how to brainstorm ideas that you are going to put onto your vision board. Okay, so I'm calling this the creative vision board. All right, so last night I actually painted a vision board. I made one here for myself, but you can use my design if you want. So what I did was I used a 16 by 20 canvas, and I wanted to paint a vision board that I could keep up for like all 4 seasons. So I figured I was just messing around here. So I painted like one piece here of winter, spring, summer, and fall. And then all these squares they are just paint that I painted these squares on so that I can either, decoupage on whatever I want on my creative vision board, or I could even paint, my visions or dreams or whatever the heck I want on here. So you can do the same thing. Now, there's all kinds of different ways that we can make vision boards, right? But this is how I did mine from last night. So like I said, you're welcome to use my idea if you would like. And I'm going to show you how right now to paint these little elements that I put onto my 4-season creative vision board. So we'll do the snowflake, the flower, some little flip-flop sandals, whatever you want to call them, and a leaf. Okay, so this is level 1 painting here. This is level 1 is beginner, super easy. You guys can do this. So I just want to remind you, I will be on live tonight at 7 p.m. for you, and we will be discussing more about vision boards. I want to hear your goals and dreams and what you are going to make your vision boards with, and I'll answer any questions you have about vision boards and maybe what to put on it. All right, so let's start right off here with how to paint the snowflake. All right, let me see if I can get a little closer for you so that you can see what the heck I'm doing here. All right, so we will paint this element here on the winter end of the vision board. All I'm using for this is just a detailed brush, or you can use a liner brush. The difference between a liner and detailed is that the liner, as you can see, has like longer bristles on it. I love those. I love both of them. So I'm just using the detailed and some blue paint. And I'm just going to use my little 8 by 10 canvas here to show you how I painted these. Super easy, you guys. Level 1 painting. Say hi when you pop on. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. Here I am. All right, so all I'm going to do is paint an X. Super easy. Paint an X. My hands are shaking a little bit, but that's because I've had too much coffee. But, oh well, that's what happens. Now I'm painting another X just right in the middle of that X, but I'm painting it a little bit smaller. So now we have different sizes going on in here for some interest. Okay, so I just painted 2 X's, one big, one small. Now with snowflake, I mean, literally you guys can design this any which way that you want. So I just put, be creative and come up with some ideas. But I'm going to put like a little line here and here on this snowflake. Like that, like so. Put my line here and here. Just kind of crossed it. Let's see. I'm just, by the way, when I'm dipping my liner brush, I am just kind of twirling it, dipping it and twirling it like that, because we don't want gobs of paint on here. We just want a little bit. All right. Now, let's see, what else can we do? I can, instead of making straight lines, I can make like a curve. So I'll do like a half circle. And then on this side, like a half circle. So all I did was paint a half circle here and here. Now, let's see. I mean, you guys can leave it at that, or you can put more detail on. It's your snowflake. Make it any way that you want. So right now we are painting elements, giving you some ideas on how to paint elements for your 4-season creative vision board. So all I did was just touch down on each side of here. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I made like little dots on the end of these. And then I think I'm just going to make a little circle on each end of this snowflake here. So there we go. There is a snowflake. And like I said, you can get creative, people, and make the snowflake any which way you want. All right. So you can also use, you know, different colors for this. So if you want to, I mean, I would stick to like blues and whites, but you can actually mix a little white in with your blue to make, you know, make a light blue color for your snowflake if you want to do that. You can also make it more of like a slate blue kind of color if you'd like, by dipping a little bit of black into there and just kind of making it like a blue, gray, or slate color for your snowflake. Or you can just go with straight white. Straight white for your snowflake is fine too. Hello, Dan. How the heck have you been? I hope you are good. So right now, I'm just giving you ideas on how to paint different elements onto your creative vision board. All right, we all should be having vision boards, right? This is January, and we need to make our vision boards and get it up for the year. So we have something to look at in our dreams and goals for the year. All right, so right now, I'm just going to take a flat brush. This one's kind of small, but that's all right. I want to paint a color here so that you can see. What color should we go? Let's do green. Well, that might be kind of bright green, but that's okay. I'm mixing a little yellow and blue together to make some green. And I just want to paint a little background here so that I can show you guys how I made these flowers, so that you can use these flowers for an element on your vision board as well if you would like. Okay, so just loading up my flat brush with a little more green and just trying to get some color on the background of this canvas so I can show you how to do the flower. So now I do have my blow dryer, but it gets really loud, you guys know, when I use the blow dryer. So I'm just going to kind of let that air dry, and we will work on a different element. How about the leaf? See how I did this too? And I brought the end of the leaf right on to where I'm going to attach my photos or whatever I want for my visions right there. So you guys could, you know, put photos on there. You could paint something. You could even paint like a white circle in here and then use a Sharpie and you know, even write on what your dreams and goals are for the year for your vision board. Or, you know, take some Mod Podge and just paint on, you know, from cutouts from magazines or whatever, right? I mean, vision boards are so fun and so creative. I just love doing them. And I make a vision board every single year. So this is the 4-season creative vision board, I'm calling it. All right, so we're letting that dry now because that's where I'm going to paint the flower to show you how I did the flower. And we will actually move on to the leaf. All right, so for the leaf, I am going to switch brushes here. And I'm just going to use an angled flat brush. This looks like a 1/2-inch angled flat brush. Just going to try and get some new paper towels here for my paints. So give me 1 second. There we go. All right. So the leaf, I painted a maple leaf, right? So I'm just going to grab some yellow And I'm hoping you're going to be able to see this okay. Let's see. Yeah, you'll probably be able to see it all right. All right, so I'm just loading up my brush with some yellow. And then this is how we are going to paint the leaf. We're just going to put the point at the bottom and drag up, go down, drag up, go down, and then twirl it and drag it out. So there is one side of our leaf right there. And then that's what we do on the other side. And if you can see, these look like little waves or little mountains, right? So you want to do the same thing on the other side. You can actually spin your vision board around to paint this if you would like. So we're going to go out and in, out and in, out and in, turn the brush and drag it. See, we've got a leaf right there. And I don't know if you can see or not on camera, but the paint's kind of risen a little bit in the middle, which is fine. It kind of looks like, you know, like a vein. So we're going to let that dry, and then I'm going to actually show you how to put the veins in the leaf and how to put the little stem on it, okay? All right, so now I'm going to show you how to paint the little flip-flops. And the little flip-flops I used for the summer part of my creative vision board. So I got flip-flops here, 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 little sandals, whatever the heck you want to call them. So we will go with, let's do the blue ones. Let's do the blue one. I like those. All right, so I am just switching brushes here to do the little flip-flops. And these are teaching you how to do the elements for your vision boards. You can use these ideas if you want or come up with your own. So here I just have a round brush. So I'm just getting a little white, a little blue, mixing that together so that I can get a light blue. This is level 1 painting, people. This is beginner painting right here. If you are way more advanced than this, then get really creative, and I'd love to see what you come up with for creative vision boards. Go ahead and share your ideas with us. All right, so now to make the little flip-flops, you just push down hard, drag while you lift up, and then push down again. All right, so now you can see it's starting to look already like a little footprint. Okay, let me load up some more light blue here. So I'm just pushing down hard with my round brush, dragging, lifting up, and then pushing down again for a shorter period of time. All right, so push, drag, and then lift up. All right, so now we have our little teeny little flip-flops here. I probably should be using a detailed brush to do that. So we're going to let those dry, and then we're going to put on our little straps to our flip-flops. And while we do that, the green is, well, it's not 100% dry, but it's kind of drying here. So I'm going to show you how to make little flowers. I'm using white and yellow, sort of like, you know, little daisies or something, which I have here, here, and here on my vision board. And I just painted this green so that you guys could see the flower. So I'm using the same round brush, and I'm just spinning it in my white and twirling it, spinning and twirling, loading that right up. And watch how easy this is. We are just going to, just like the flip-flops we just did, touch down and then pull up. But we don't push down again. On the petals, we just touch down and pull up. Touch down, pull up, touch down, pull up. Now you can leave it at that if you want, or you can go ahead and load your brush and put some more petals on. You don't even have to make the petals the same size. Like I would suggest, kind of instead of going the same height, come down a little bit. It will give your painting a little more interest, your little element here that we're painting for our vision boards. So now I'm just doing the same thing. 4 different petals again, but I'm just starting them a little closer in. So that's what our petals are looking like. And then we will put the middle piece into our flowers And hold on one second. I got to talk to Tim. Babe, are you going to get me an iced coffee?
Yeah, or I want to get you some creamer.
Okay, whatever you want to do. That's fine. Okay, I love you. Sorry about that. He's so awesome. He goes to the store all the time for me. He's great. I wish you guys all had a Tim. Maybe you do have a Tim like me. That'd be great. All right, so now I'm using my same round brush and I'm just totally loading the paint right on the end of that, loading that right up. If you are just catching me, I'm Amy from Amy Parker Art, and we are working on vision boards. Now I'm just literally, you guys, just touching down. Look at that, just touching down. And I put my middle piece to my flower. Now you could also get crazy and use the detailed brush, put a little black or gray on here or whatever color you want, and you can even outline this if you want your element to stand out a little bit more. But here's the vision board that I was working on last night to put my creative dreams on for this year. And I did make it the 4 seasons, and I'm just showing you how to paint the different elements that I did in case you would like to do that. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to put the veins and the stem onto your maple leaf right here. All I'm doing is using my detail brush and twirling in my brown. Twirling in my brown color. All right, now I am going to touch down harder and then lift up and drag right through my leaf like that. So all I did was touch down and drag through my leaf and lift up. So that's it. Just push down, drag, pull up. Now that's like the stem part, right? So we want to load up a little bit more. You kind of want this pretty liquidy, so you know, use some water with your acrylic paint if you're using acrylic like me. You guys know I always paint in acrylic. Now, super easy. I'm just, see where these points are on the leaf? I'm just going to take from right on the edge of here and drag towards where the points are on the leaf like that. And now we have like little veins inside of our leaf. So I hope you guys liked that and enjoyed that. You guys know it's super easy. Level 1 painting. You can do it. I have faith. All right. Now I'm just going to put my detail to show you how to put the little straps onto the flip-flops that we're making this element for the summer portion of the vision board. So I used a darker blue, so that's what I'm going to do. I did light blue for the actual flip-flops. Now I'm going to do a darker blue to put the little strappies on. Super easy. We're just going to make V's. We're just going to make V's, come down like this, down like that. This paint is still wet on the flops here, so just bear with me. Touch down, make little V's or like little tiny birds, right? Now, if you want, you can always put a dot on the edge of all of these, which would make it look like, you know, it's like into the sandal a little bit. And then you can even outline the whole thing or just portion of your little summer flip-flop like that. You can just outline the side with your detail brush. And there we go. We've got some little flip-flops. Yay! And I made mine in different colors. So I have a blue, an orange, and a green. All right. So now we did number 1, how to paint elements onto your vision board. I hope you're going to make a vision board with me. It's very important to, in business, as an artist, or in business in general, in business, to make sure that you have some dreams and goals and something to work towards, right? So I usually make a vision board every single year. And that's what I did last night. And that's what I showed you how to do, is paint on those little elements that I made on my board. And here, to get these squares more perfect, oh, let me get it. I actually just took, some index cards. I just took 2 index cards and I taped them together. And then I got this square, which I put on to my canvas. And then I painted around the edge. And then I painted it in. You could paint yours black like this or any color that you want. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's your vision board. You go for it. So let's talk about some supplies needed. So if you want to do yours like I did, this is a 16 by 20 canvas, wrapped canvas, 16 by 20. I used paints. I just used my fluid craft paints, my apple barrel, and I used blue, green, yellow, and I mixed my orange with some red and yellow. So that's how I got those colors in the back. And I obviously used white for my flowers here. And what else? Am I missing a color? Black. I mean, black for here. All right, so those are the colors that I used. And the brushes that I used a detailed, like we just saw, a round brush. I actually used a 2-inch flat to paint this entire background with, so I could speed that up. I did use my blow dryer also, which, you know, painting with acrylic, you can use your blow dryer, speed up the time a little bit. And I also used a 1/2-inch flat. So these are the brushes that I used to complete this whole vision board painting with, right? Now, let's talk about some other things that you could use instead of you know, painting the entire thing with acrylic paints. If you don't want to do that, get creative with your vision board. So we can use all kinds of stuff. I mean, I made vision boards with literally just cardboard before. You could, oh, let me show you something else. Super easy. I'm sure you might have one of these hanging around. If not, next time you order pizza, you will. You can make a vision board with a pizza box, literally. You could open it up and have it like, you know, kind of like the inside, or you can paint the outside, however you want. This would be cool because it even looks like a canvas. You could just make a hole in the back, stick it on the wall with a tack, literally. So you could use a cardboard. You could use regular board. You could use, you know, poster board or something from the dollar store. I mean, anything really that you can paint and create on. If you don't want to use paints, you don't have to. You can literally cut stuff out of, you know, just cut stuff out of magazines and just glue it on, you know, just with regular glue. Or if you have the Mod Podge, you know, use that. I also, you guys, look at this. I got this Mod Podge for $1 at the dollar store. So all you do is you just take a foam brush, one of these foam brushes. This one's kind of big, but you know, you just squirt some onto your vision board, wherever you want to put it on, and paint it on with your foam brush. And then, you know, cut out some pieces that inspire you from a magazine, or print out some photos or go through your old photos, whatever you want, but it needs to be something that inspires you and like some sort of goal that you're working towards to put on your vision board, you know? So it's very important to make sure that we have inspirational stuff on here for us. So your board is going to be different than my board. I mean, these are creative vision boards that we're making. So, you know, we're putting our creative ideas, dreams, and goals on here, but yours may be different than mine. So for instance, like, okay, so number 3 to this video on how to think of what to actually put in your vision board, you need to brainstorm, right? Just get out your paper and pen and start like writing stuff down that you like or want to do, or that inspire you, words that you love or quotes or whatever. Just start just brainstorming and just don't stop writing for like a while. Just let yourself be totally free. And like, if I could do anything I want with my creative abilities, what would it be? Maybe your brainstorm would be to learn how to paint trees, or learn how to paint better, learn how to use brush techniques, or maybe you are ready to start selling your work. Maybe you already paint beautiful like scenic landscapes and you want to start gaining collectors for that. So maybe you can take one of your photos, print out one of your photos that you had of a painting that you did, and decoupage it in here, and then write right on here, or paint, gain collectors, or gain interest in this painting, or paint 5 more of these, stuff like that. That you're going to be in a different place than I am, and what we all are in a different place in our businesses and as creatives. So maybe your visions and your goals that you're writing down to put on your board could just be about painting or drawing and how to improve skill. Or maybe it is, you're already there, you've already got that down. So maybe your board is all about how to gain interest in your work and how to get people excited about your work and want to ask you questions about your work, or whatever it is. Maybe you want to do like an online show or something like that. So you could put, even paint a picture or draw a picture of you, doing a show, or you could, write it in here with a Sharpie, paint this white, write it in with a Sharpie, whatever is going to inspire you. Just feel free to brainstorm and write it down. So you don't have to do all the brainstorming at first. If you don't want, just make it a plan to make a vision board. And I'm going to challenge you to do this by the end of the month, okay? So you have the rest of January to get your vision boards done. And you can, like I said, use my design if you want. You can even put this any way. Like you can put it the landscape way, you can hang it the portrait way. And mine is, once again, the 4 seasons, where I put different elements in the 4 seasons so that I could hang this up all year. And I put 5 spots in here that I painted to put my dreams and goals, my creative dreams and goals in here. So mine are going to be mostly about business and how to help people, because that's what I do. I teach artists how to gain collectors online. So my board may be a little bit different than your board. But anyway, I'm just so excited to get mine completed and get it up on the wall. I remember one year, this was years and years ago when I first started doing vision boards, I put a cutout from a magazine. I cut out this picture of like a little boat like on the lake, right? Because I live on Lake Winnipesaukee, and I wanted to go on the lake. I mean, this was literally over 20 years ago. And, sometimes we make our vision boards and we hang them up and we're like, nothing's going to happen, right? But it's really like the feeling that you get when you walk by every day. And I would hang this in a place that you're going to see it every day. When you walk by and you see it and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, that boat that I put on there, that was inspirational. Like, oh, that's something that I wanted to do. And when I saw that photo, it just made me have a feeling of, I would love to be on the lake. I'd like to do that. So anyway, it was hanging up for quite a while. I mean, I did my vision board during the wintertime, like we're doing right now. And then in the summertime, all of a sudden I was getting a call from a friend and my mother's friend and a couple of 2 or 3 different people, 3 different people actually, where I spent the summer, not the entire summer, but quite a few times during the summer, I would get calls from these people, people that I knew, one through my mom and a couple of friends, like, hey, do you want to come out on the boat today? And I had tons of fun, started going out on the lake, and I did that, intermittently throughout the summer. And then one day when I was, at home, and I walked by my vision board and I saw the little boat picture. I'm like, oh darn, that worked. I mean, I did not own that boat, but I still got the same exhilarating feeling of actually going out on the boat. So there's my little story. How about one of my vision boards years ago? I did have one that I created last year, and I had a dream come true from that one too. So I would love for you to go ahead and create your boards. Like I said, I'm challenging you now to get them done by the end of January so you can hang them up for the year. If you don't want to do a seasonal one like me, you literally can just paint this whole background like gray, do gray and black. You can do blue and black. You can do, put your favorite stuff on here. This is your board, okay? So I'm really looking forward to hearing from you and knowing what you would, what you're going to create your boards with. And I will be back on tonight because 7 p.m. Tuesday, I'm always on Amy Parker Art live for you like this. Okay, so I will be on again tonight at 7. If you happen to catch this video, then I'm excited to hear what you have to say. And if I gave you any ideas, once again, we went over how to paint elements onto your vision board. If you missed it, go back and watch it when we're done here. Supplies that you need for your vision board. If you missed that, it's in the video here. And how to brainstorm to come up with ideas to put onto your vision board. So that's all in here for you. And I'm looking forward to tonight at 7 p.m. I'm going to work on my board a little bit more, and then we will discuss where you guys are at with your boards and go from there. All right. Mwah. Thanks for watching. And hello, Tracy. I'm actually just popping off, but feel free to go back and watch the replay where we discussed how to make a creative vision board, how to paint elements. I showed you how to do that, supplies you need for your vision boards, your creative vision boards, and how to brainstorm ideas. All right. So I will see you tonight at 7 p.m. so you guys can catch up with me. Let me know where you are in your stage of your creative dreams vision board. All right. Bye-bye.